All right, let's start with our immune boosting today. And go ahead and tap. Let's go up to the knee. And we'll do our swiping. And then go ahead and do the other leg. Start with our massaging. Do that one little thing here. There we go. Okay. And then tapping. And then our brushing. Okay. Let's go behind the knees. And then start at the knee and go up to the hip. Massaging. Storm is blowing in here. It's raining quite a bit right now. Okay, tapping. And then our brushing. Okay, other leg. Tapping. And our brushing. All right, let's go to our stomach core area and we'll start with a little massaging. Massage the sides, lower back. And then we'll do some tapping. All right, let's move up to the arms and massage up the arm into the armpit. Shoulder. And then tapping. and then brushing. We'll massage underneath the arm, the armpit area. And then let's go ahead and tap that area as well. All right, we'll do the other arm, massage first. And then go ahead and start tapping. And then the swiping or brushing. Massage underneath the arm. And then tapping. All right, go behind the ears, down the neck, into the shoulders. Underneath the chin. And then we'll tap the chest. All right, okay, a little warm up here. Let's do a little bit of breath work before we go into our physical practice. So go ahead, let's do a 3-part inhalation through the nose and do a forceful exhalation out through the mouth. So breathing in 1/3, 2/3, and then full deep breath in. Let's hold briefly at the top and then exhale forcefully. Let's do that again. Breathing in 1/3, 2/3, full deep breath in, hold, exhale forcefully. Again, 1/3, 2/3, full deep breath in, hold, exhale forcefully. One more time, breathing in 1/3, 2/3, full deep breath in, hold, exhale forcefully. And then let's go ahead, close down your eyes here for a few breaths. Just go back to your natural breath. And starting with the face and the head, relaxing your face, the jaw, the neck into your shoulders. Notice if your shoulders are sitting down away from the ears. Relax your arms and hands. You're sitting up nice and tall without being too rigid. Noticing the belly moving in and out with your breath. Lower back is relaxed. All the way down the legs, your hips and thighs, the knees, calves, ankles, toes, and feet. And then if you want to start your practice, maybe with setting an intention for your practice. Maybe visualizing in your mind's eye what that looks like for you. And then with your hands on the thighs or the knees, let's start out by doing some nice big circles here. Start loosening up our lower back to the hips. And then sit up nice and tall, and then let's go in the opposite direction. And then let's go ahead, keep the left hand on the thigh, or you can set it on the floor if you're on your mat. And then let's raise that right arm up. Keep the shoulders stacked. As you start to bend, we'll bend over towards the left, opening up that whole right side of the body. And then bringing that hand down and bringing that hand to the thigh or the floor and bringing the left arm up. Keep the shoulders stacked and start to open up that side body. And then we'll do that one more time on each side. So as you lift that arm up, really think of anchoring down into that hip. And then come out of that, and then the other side, anchoring into that left hip. And then let's bring both arms up, interlace the fingers, press the palms up. Then we're going to do that same type of bending to the right, and then come up, and then bending to the left. And we'll do that one more time on each side, bending to the right, and come up and bending to the left. And then bring the hands back down. And then again, we're going to do some of those big circles. And then sit up nice and tall and go the other direction. And then let's bring both hands to the shoulders, and we'll do some nice shoulder rolls here. Create a little bit more space in the shoulder joints. And then go in the opposite direction. And then bring the elbows out to the sides. Take a breath in. And now as you exhale, start to bring the elbows in towards each other. And then as you inhale, bring the elbows back out. Really stretch out the shoulders here. And then as you exhale, bring the elbows in towards each other. Again, inhale, bringing the elbows out, really stretch back, external rotation of the shoulders. And then as you exhale, bringing the elbows in. Now take another nice deep breath in, but keep the elbows close and see if you can start to bring the elbows up towards the forehead. And then come down, relax. We're going to do that again. Deep breath in. And now as you exhale, start to bring the elbows up towards the forehead. And then come down and then relax. All right, a little bit of shoulder work here. So let's inhale and raise both arms up again. And then we're going to twist to the right and bring the hands down. That right hand is behind you for support. You're sitting up nice and tall. Roll the shoulders back and down away from the ears. The chin is parallel to the floor. The left hand is, if possible, on the outside of the right leg or knee. It's giving you a little bit of support. We're not forcing anything here. Just want to feel a nice twist in the spine. And then stay in your twist and raise the arms up overhead. And then turn all the way over to your left side. Bring the hands down. That left hand is behind you. Rolling the shoulders back and down, sitting up nice and tall. Chin is parallel to the floor. And then we're going to do that one more time on each side. So bring the arms up first and then turn and twist to the right and bring the hands down. And then bring the arms up and turn and twist and come over to your left. Bring the arms back up and then come through center and bring the hands down. Let's do a few seated cat cows here this morning. So inhale, dip the head a little bit forward and then think of bringing the belly and the chest out as you bring the head up towards the sky. And then each time you exhale, tip the chin in, tip the tailbone in, and think of bringing the spine out away from you. And then go with your own breath here. So each time you inhale, you're bringing the belly out. And each time you exhale, you're bringing the spine out. If you're familiar with that Ujjayi breath, this is a good time to start incorporating the Ujjayi breath. And then come back to a neutral back. And then let's extend both legs out if they're not already, especially if you're sitting on your mat here. And then let's bring the toes in towards each other and then roll the toes down and then back up. Doing some nice ankle rolls here. Create a little bit more space in the ankle joint. So 2 minutes ago, we had a big storm come through and now the sun's out. And my lawnmower guys are outside. Interesting day. All right, bring the toes in towards each other, bring the toes out and then around. And then let's point and flex the feet. And then press the heels out and just hold this for a few breaths. So you should feel a nice stretch in the back of the legs. Probably feel a little bit of muscle working in the quadricep, the front of the leg, top of the leg. All right, and then let's come up to a standing. And we're gonna start with some leg strengthening, hip work here. So if you need something or a little bit of support, a chair or the wall or something, we're going to start with the right leg coming out to the side. So you want to make sure you have enough room. And remember, when we do our leg lifts here, we keep the toes pointing forward. So there's no rotation in the hip here. We want to keep the hip pointing or straight ahead. So no rotation out. So we're going to do 10 on this side. This will be 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And on that 10th one, we're going to hold it out and then just see if you can do maybe a few little pulses here. And then bring that leg down. All right. Inside, so it'll be your left leg. We're going to bring the knee up towards the chest and back down. And we'll do this 10 times. So this would be number 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And on that 10th one, we're going to hold. Just hold the leg up. If you need a little bit of support, you can bring an arm underneath the leg. And then let's come down. Now we're going to go back to that first leg, your right leg, and we're going to bring the knee up and back down, but then bring it out to the side and down. And we're going to do this 8 times. So this would be number 2, and 3. Again, try to keep the toes pointing forward. We're not rotating the hip. So 6, so we're almost there. And then 7, last one, 8. All right, okay. So now we're gonna go to the other side. We're gonna do those same 3 exercises. So first of all, we'll bring the leg out to the side and down. We'll do this for 10 times. So this would be 2, 3. Again, remember to keep the toes pointing forward. This is 5, halfway there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th one. We're going to hold that and do some little pulses here. And then bring that leg down. All right, inside leg. We bring the knee up and back down. This will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10, we hold. And then bring that leg down. And then outside leg again, we bring the knee up and then out for 8. So this would be 2 and 3, 4, halfway there, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8. All right. Woo, huh? Can feel those. All right. So next, let's do a little bit of balance poses here. So let's start out today with star pose. So let's bring the right foot out, point the toes, bring the right arm up. If you need a little bit of support, you can use the left hand, and then start to lift that right foot maybe off the mat. Doesn't have to be a lot. Toes might still be pointing down. Just give yourself the support it needs. If you want to challenge yourself and do 2 fingers or 3 fingers, or you're ready to let go and fly here. And then go ahead and release that side, and then we're going to do that same thing on the other side. So the right foot comes out, right, or left foot comes out, left hand comes out. Bring that left leg up. And then gently release that. Okay. And let's practice our eagle. We started practicing that a couple of weeks ago. So this is a modified eagle pose. So start with your legs and bring the right leg and cross it over the left. Bring the arms out. And you've got a couple of choices here. So when we bring the arms in, you can have them hugging the shoulders, or you can bring one arm and wrap it around the other. In any case, you want to have the left hand coming in and wrap the right arm around it. Or if you're doing this, your left hand is above the right. So it's just the opposite of the legs. That gives you a little bit of balance when you do it. And then if you want a little bit more, you can start to sink in the hips here a little bit. And if you want to challenge your balance, you bring the leg up off the floor. So just work where you are today. You might be here, that's fine. Just be okay with where you're at. And then release the legs first, and then release and relax your hands. And then of course we want to do that on the other side. So we always start with the feet, cross the feet over first. Keep the foot on the mat right now. And then the arms, this time your right arm is going to be above the left. So either hugging the shoulders or wrapping the arms around each other. And then you can stay here, or if you want to start dropping in the hips a little bit here and then lifting the leg. Nice, good job. Always release the legs first to get that stability, and then the arms. Okay, all right, couple of our balance there. So let's come back to our mat. And let's do a little bit of a flow. You can either be in the front of your mat or back or in the middle of the mat. Doesn't really matter here. We're not going to be moving our feet too much right now. So let's start out. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. And then bring the hands together. And then press the hips just gently, just a little bit forward. The knees are slightly bent. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale, let's bring the hands to the right above the knees or the thighs. And then we'll do some standing cat-cows. So inhale, bring the belly out, look up. Exhale, bring the chin into the chest. And then come back to a flat back. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. And then exhale in the heart. Let's repeat that a couple of times. So inhale. Hands together, exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale, bring the hands to the thighs. And then inhale, our standing cow. Exhale, standing cat. And then come to a flat back. Inhale, raise the arms up. And exhale in the heart. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Press the hips forward, create a slight back bend. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale. Inhale, belly comes out. Exhale, spine comes out. And then come to a flat back. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. And then exhale into heart. So we're going to do that same thing, but we're going to add chair pose to the little sequence here. So inhale, we'll raise the arms up again. And then exhale, we still do our baby back bend. Inhale, come up. But now let's go into chair pose. Let's hold our chair for a few breaths. If having the arms up doesn't work for you, remember the hands can be at heart center. And then press up through the heels and the feet. And then let's bring the hands to the thighs here. As you inhale, the belly comes out. Exhale, spine comes out. And then come back to a flat back. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. And then exhale into heart. We're going to do that 2 more times. So inhale, exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, come up. Exhale, chair pose. Let's hold this for a few breaths. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the thighs. And then inhale, belly comes out. Exhale, spine comes out. Come back to a flat back. Inhale, raise the arms up. And exhale into heart. We'll do it 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, press the hips forward. Inhale, come up. Move into chair. And then inhale, rise on up. Exhale. Inhale, belly comes out, standing cow. Exhale, spine comes out, standing cat. Come back to a flat back. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. And then exhale into heart. All right. Come to the middle of your mat and then bring the feet out to a wide stance. We're going to first go into a forward fold. Now, when you go into this forward fold, only come down as far as what's appropriate for you. So the knees are slightly bent. And then start to slide the hands down. What you're feeling here is a sensation in the lower back, probably starting out. So there should be no pain when you come into this. And just move into that forward fold to the depth that works for you. You can support your body with your hands on the thighs or the legs. If you can come all the way down so that you can reach the floor, that's fine. But remember, it's more the sensation that we're going for. And this is really a nice stretch for the lower back. Once you find that place that works for you, you can drop the crown of the head down towards the mat. So a slight inversion here. And then tailbone comes up towards the sky. So that way you're stretching also the back of the legs. And then come, if you're not halfway up, come halfway up, bring the hands to the thighs, and then come up with a nice flat back. Now from here, let's go into our warrior twos. So let's start with the right side and turn the right foot out. Hands on the hips, turn back so that your shoulders and your hips are square with each other. And then start to bend that right knee. Make sure the knee doesn't go past the ankle. And bring the arms out to your side. If your body is a little bit forward, see if you can bring the body back so that from that pelvic bowl all the way up through the spine and out through the crown of the head, you got a nice line of energy. Shoulders are still stacked over the hips. You can turn your head to the right, looking off into the distance. Pressing down into both feet here. And then turn the right palm up and then move into what we call Exalted Warrior, sometimes Reverse Warrior. That right arm comes up, left hand is behind you, supporting on the back of the leg. So heart opener here, a little bit of a baby back bend, and then come back to our Warrior Two. And then we're going to straighten that front leg. Now we're going to slide forward, just like somebody is gently tugging us forward, and then tip. Keep the shoulders stacked. So this is triangle pose. Then bend that elbow, bend the knee, and now bring the arm next to your body, and now you're in your side angle. And then come back up, and you're in Warrior Two. Bring the hands to the hips, straighten that leg, bring both feet so they're pointing forward. And then let's do that same thing on the other side. So turn the left foot out, square the hips with the, or square the shoulders with the hips, turning back, and then start to bend that left knee, making sure the knee doesn't go past the ankle. Pelvic bowl drops down towards the earth, rise up through the crown of the head. Arms out to the side, turn your head to the left. Warrior Two. Let's turn that left hand up and then move into our Exalted Warrior. Little baby back bend here and heart opener. And then come back to our Warrior Two. Slide forward, straighten that leg, and then come into your triangle. And then bend that elbow and bend the knee, and then come into your side angle. Let's come back to Warrior Two. Hands on the hips, straighten that leg, and come back so that both feet are pointing forward. So go ahead again and slide the hands down, coming into a forward fold here. If you have a chair or something that you want to hold on to, you can also use that for support. Again, it's not about touching the floor. It's about getting a nice sensation, a nice stretch in the lower back, tipping the tailbone up towards the sky, feeling a nice sensation, a nice stretch in the back of the legs. Drop the crown of the head down towards the mat for a little bit of an inversion here. Brings blood flow to the brain. And then you lift the head first, come halfway up to a nice flat back, hands on the hips, come all the way up. We're going to do that whole series, that Warrior Two series again. So let's turn the right foot out, hands on the hips, square the hips with the long side of your mat, shoulders right over the hips, arms out, bend that front knee. Again, make sure the knee doesn't go past the ankle. Remember too, if you're here and you come in and you're feeling like you want to get a little bit deeper, that's where you need to bring that front foot out a little bit more. The more you bring that foot out, the deeper, obviously, you're going to go into the hips here. So decide where you want to be as far as that depth. Turn our head to the right. And then let's go into that Exalted Warrior. Come back to Warrior 2. And then straighten that front knee, slide forward, and then tip, moving into our triangle. With this triangle pose, our back is flat. If we were against a wall, the whole back side of our body would be on the wall here. Shoulders are stacked. You want to really press down into that back leg. Should feel a nice stretch in the hip crease here. And then bend that right elbow, start to bend the knee, and then you're moving right into your side angle warrior. And then keep the knee bent and move right back into Warrior 2. Bring the hands to the hips, straighten that leg, and bring the foot back so that it's pointing forward. Might have to adjust the hips a little bit here, the feet. And then turn the left foot out. Again, turn back so that your shoulders are square with your hips. And then start to bend that left knee. Again, if you start to slide forward, see if you can bring your body back. Turn your head to the left. We go into Exalted Warrior next. And then come back to Warrior 2. Straighten that front knee, slide forward, and tip, coming into your triangle. Again, shoulders are stacked, the back is flat against like you're against a wall here, and you're pressing down into that back leg. If this doesn't work for your shoulder, of course you can have your hand on the hip. And then bend that left elbow, bend the knee, and now you're in your side angle. There should be a nice line from that back foot all the way up through the body. So you might be here. That's fine. You notice I still have that straight line. So it's not about how deep you go as much as getting that nice line of energy. Come back up, move right into your Warrior 2. Bring your hands to the hips, straighten that leg, and then bring the feet back together. Now we're going to do some sun god, sun goddesses today. So to do that, we want to bring the heels in and the toes pointing out. Nice little yogi squat here. So inhale, raise the arms up, and then we move into our squat. Now when you go into your squat, you're dropping in the hips, bending the knees, but keep the body straight up and down. So we don't want to come forward. We want to keep the body straight. We've got that straight line again from the pelvic bowl all the way up through the crown of the head without bending in the lower back. Nice strong legs. And then bring your hands to the hips here. Straighten the legs, but then just bend a little bit side to side. Good way to open and stretch out the inner thigh. A little bit of knee work. And then let's go into our sun god, sun goddess again. Then bring the hands back to the thighs and then start to bend side to side. Bring the feet back in so the toes are pointing forward. And then one more time, move into a nice forward fold. Now from here, you can either come to your mat and sit, or if you're using a chair, you can come back to your chair. And then once you're in your, if you're sitting on the floor, you can either have the feet straight out in front of you or cross your legs, whatever feels good for you as far as how you want to sit here. We're going to do a little bit more twisting. So first of all, raise both arms up, twist again to the right and bring the hands down. Roll the shoulders back and down. You're sitting up nice and tall. The chin is parallel to the floor. And then take the left arm and bring it up towards the sky. And then see if you can maybe just do a little bit of a back bend in this. So you're opening up the heart. And then bring that hand down. Go back into the twist. You're sitting up nice and tall. And then bring both hands up and turn through center and come all the way over to your left. Bring the hands down. We stay in our twist first. And then we bring the right arm up. And then maybe just a little bit of a back bend here. And then bring that hand back down. Bring both arms up and turn back through center and bring the hands down. All right. If you're sitting in a chair, what you're going to do is bring one foot over the other. If you're sitting on the floor, you can do the same thing. Either bring the foot so that it's on the thigh, or if that doesn't work for you, it can be off to the side. Either one. And then you're going to sit up nice and tall. And then you're going to start bending forward. You might not be able to go very far, but just a little bit. Keep the shoulders back and keep the back flat. So this is actually really good for sciatica. And then come back up and then release that leg. And then let's do the same thing on the other side. So again, if you're on your mat, you could be like this, or you could be like this on your mat. Either one. If you're sitting in a chair, see if you can bring the foot over the thigh and sit up nice and tall, and then start to bend forward. You're bending in the hip creases, so you're keeping the back flat. Again, you probably are not going to go that deep. It's more, you're going to feel it in the buttock area. And then come out of that and then release the legs. And again, they can be out in front of you, or they can, if you're sitting on a mat, you can cross your legs, whatever works for you. All right. So we're going to do a little bit of eye yoga today. So if you got glasses, take your glasses off. Let's start by rubbing the hands together, getting the palms nice and warm. And then placing the hands over the eyes, close down your eyes here and relax. And then let's do that one more time. So rub the hands together, palms together, and get the palms nice and warm. And then cover your eyes and relax. And then bring the hands down, and then let's flutter the eyes. Just open and close the eyelids here about 10 times, just really fast, fast as you can. And then open up the eyes. And we're going to do that again. So flutter, close, and open up the eyelids as fast as you can, about 10 times. And then open up the eyes. Okay. So from here, let's bring the right hand out with the thumb pointing up, like we're going to hitchhike. And then keep the head where it is. You're going to follow the thumb with your eyes. So bring the thumb up so that it's just to the point where you can almost not see it. So you can still see it, but it's right on the edge. And then circle the hand out and then come down towards the earth. And again, hold the thumb where it's almost, you almost can't see it. It's right on the edge of your vision here. And then come up to center. We're going to do that again. So come up towards the sky and then come all the way out to the side and down. And then come up to center. Let's do that one more time, coming up towards the sky and then around, come down, and then back up. And then we'll do that same thing on the left side. So the left thumb comes out. Don't move the head, just move the eyes, bringing the thumb up, and then around and down towards the earth, and then up and come to the center. And we'll do it 2 more times. So come up just so that you can almost not see the thumb, out to the side, follow the thumb down towards the earth, and then back up through center. One more time, coming up and around, down, and back to center. All right, just one little exercise today. Let's get our palms nice and warm again. Place them over the eyes. Relax your eyes here. Relax the face. Relax the shoulders and your arms. Notice your breath. Start relaxing your whole body. And then keep the eyes closed and bring the hands down into your lap, and we'll move right into our meditation here. If you're on your mat and you want to go into Shavasana, you can certainly do that while you're lying on your back. Eyes are closed. We start bringing our attention more internally. Start relaxing your toes and your feet, your ankles. Relax the knees, your thighs, the hips, the lower back. Moving up the spine, relax the middle back, upper back, and into the shoulders, down the arms, into the hands and the fingers. Relax your head, the neck, the face. Allow your eyes to drop down into their eye sockets. Relax the forehead, the brows, the cheeks, the jaw, the mouth. Even your throat is relaxed. Remain completely still. Follow the breath in. Inward focus. If thoughts come into the mind, see if you can step back from the thoughts. Just go back to your breath. Notice and become aware of any thoughts in the mind. And then again, just step back, go back to your breath. Now begin to deepen your breath just a little bit. Expand the inhalation and the exhalation. Notice the chest rising and falling. Notice any other sensations in your body as you breathe in and out. Notice any sounds around you. Notice the sound that's farthest away. Notice the sound that is closest to you. Start to wiggle the toes and your fingers. Start to move your body any way that feels natural for you. If you're lying on a mat, you can eventually bring yourself over to one side. Thank yourself for coming and joining me on the mat today and doing something for your health, your well-being, mind, body, and spirit. And if you're lying on your side, you can gently bring yourself up into a seated position. Just take your time. Keep the eyes closed with an inward focus. Just notice your body. Notice your mind. Might be a little bit calmer, more at peace. Then we'll bring our hands together and bring our hands into heart center. I always end our practice with a short prayer. May all beings find health, happiness, and inner peace. We end our practice with Namaste, which means I honor the light in you. Namaste. All right. Have a great weekend, everyone. Stay safe wherever you're at. Crazy times.
Yep.